Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's about time that I have a Wuling review on my channel. And first, we have here the Wuling Bingo EV, and as well I would like to thank everyone here at Wuling Philippines, displayed here at Shangri-La Mall Plaza beside Beauty Queen Lifestyle Retail Store. Don't worry guys, the Macron review will come to my channel. That's the first car I wanted to do, but I couldn't pass the opportunity of reviewing the Bingo immediately. And with the looks alone, this is probably one of the cleanest and best looking mini EVs that you can buy out here today. You get LED lights all around and a decent amount of ground clearance. Repeaters here too on the side mirror, and it's pretty interesting. It's a split type 2 for the lights itself. And these are running on 185/60 15 series tires with plastic hubcaps. A bit of an odd one, but hey, what am I to complain about? On the side profile, this has a two-tone color scheme. You get a blacked out roof and a lot of chrome too here on the side profile. Powering this Wuling Bingo EV is a 31.9 kilowatt-hour battery that produces 68 horsepower and 150 Newton meters of torque. And this has a total top speed of 125 kilometers per hour, which is surprisingly really quick for this segment of electric vehicles. And you have a total range of a whopping 333 kilometers. How about that for a small electric vehicle? So on that side, on the left side, you get a DC fast charger, and it can charge from 30 to 80% in around 35 minutes. And on my side, on the right side, this has an AC slow charger, which you can charge from 30 to 80% as well at around 9 hours. So at least in case you want to charge here around in the Shangri-La and other establishments who have charging stations, this will just do the job. So this is the interior of this Wuling Bingo EV. Yun the door card. That's pretty alright, and you get a carbon fiber trim-ish around in the door handles itself, but at least it makes up. You get leather soft pads here for your elbow, and it's quite a large piece too. And visually here in the interior, it looks really cool for what this is. These are all of your air conditioning controls, your driving modes, and your air conditioning vents just down below. It's chromed out, but again, it gives a little bit more of a luxurious feel than usual. And I just saw now below, you get two bag hooks and two USB Type A ports. The steering wheel, it's only a 2-spoke, but you have your controls here for your cruise control, instrument cluster adjustments, and on the right side for your phone connectivity buttons. And on the left side of the dashboard, you have your headlight leveler adjustments, electronic stability control button, and for adjusting the side mirror. So I'm not sure if I'm going to play with the ESC later on, since we're just going to drive around here in Shangri-La Plaza Mall. And you have an array of 2 screens, so one for your instrument cluster. And remember, this has a total range of 333 kilometers. So this specific display unit has 88% and 293 kilometers. And I think that's already true to the claimed range of Wuling Philippines. And more adjustments and displays you can do here. I mean, it's just 2 for your speed and the RPM speed rather, and for your battery information. And 2, you can check it out here in the infotainment system. You have all of these functions. The radio for this class of vehicle sounds really good too. You can control too your air conditioning stuff here, and an array of other functions. And glove box, that's pretty small, but it's pretty wide in the length of it, so you can literally put like bottles inside if needed. And sadly, like with the Macaron and other class of EVs in the segment, yeah, the pedals are a little bit offset to the right, but it's not as bad as I expected. And there's no transmission, rather a center console, so you can literally just transfer like that with ease, and don't play around with the driver if you want to prank him with the pedals. Don't ever do that. And here in the center console itself, you get a cubby space, your rotate shifter for your gear selector, electronic parking brake, auto hold function, and further behind you get 2 cup holders, and this is your key. That is so cool. I think one of the fanciest keys too in this class. And another big highlight are these seats. So a bit like a sport bucket style kind of seat, and it's a two-tone scheme, white and brown, and the bolstering so, and I like the outer layer of the seat. It's all fabric, and above here you get your LED lights along to with your hazard button. It's a bit odd, it's above there. Visor, you get a vanity mirror and a ticket clip holder. I know this is not gonna pass. Yep, but anyway, it's not so bad. Now here at the rear of this Wuling Bingo, in the door card, once again, pretty much the same like the ones in front. And surprisingly for this class of EV, this is really spacious weight. So give it a bit of a fair assessment. This is my driving position, and feet room is so. I mean, the seat's kind of low, but if your passenger short like me, I mean, it's all right. The knee room is pretty good too. Headroom, yeah, that's really good. I think even 6-footers can easily sit here at the rear. You get two map pockets on either side, and in the middle, one cup holder. No central armrest, sadly, but the transmission tunnel is really wee, so you can really put your feet wherever you want. And unlike with the rest of the competitors in this segment, you can literally fit 5 people here in this vehicle, even one here in the middle with no issues whatsoever. And the seats again are really comfortable, and it's more brown now than white. Now, as for the rear for this Wuling Bingo, I really dig the design of this. And to be honest, doesn't it look like a bit of a Bentley Bentayga or a Bentley in general? Here at the rear, mini spoiler above here on the tailgate itself. And being a hatchback, this is really spacious. So with all of the seats up, you have a total here of 390 liters, and it's quite deep. Like, really deep. At least you get an LED light inside, and it's so easy to pull down the seat. Sorry for this angle since it's very tight. You can just pull this and push them down, and now the boot space will increase now to 710 liters, which is the best one in this class. Right, that's about it with this Wuling Bingo. Let's go for a dive. So now first dive with this Wuling Bingo, and I don't see any adjustments with the steering wheel. It's only tilt. For this class, it's a bit odd. You get speed sensing door locks too with this Bingo. And for once, we have 4 driving modes. So we have Eco Plus, Eco Sport, which we'll try later on, and normal mode. And let's just try now Eco Plus and floor it. Okay, still holding its power back, but it's still pretty quick. You can feel the 150 Newton meters on the top. And remember, this is your driving selector mode. It's just right here on beside the air conditioning vent. And let's not try normal mode. Yes, so actually that's pretty peppy compared with the rest of the competition out there. And immediately when I was just setting up my camera before the test drive itself, the steering feel is really light. So one of the lightest ones I've encountered so far. I mean, there's like little to no feedback. However, it's still responsive, not to my surprise. And the brakes too is pretty high. I know you can adjust some of the brake region here, but I'm not gonna toggle with that today since this is just a very short test drive. So back with the infotainment system, it's funny, you can adjust it here in the infotainment system, and with this button right here, at least there's some variety. And to control the brake regeneration, again, it's just below the driving mode itself. So we have weak, normal, and strong. And I think the strong is not as strong as might one think. So it's kind of like a level 2 brake regen in some of the bigger and higher end electric vehicles, but still not so bad once you're driving, especially around here in the city. And compared with the other small EVs in this segment, you get very good aircon, and yeah, it feels a little bit more premium and more like car-like now rather than a very little toy car. And that's what I like too with this Wuling Bingo. It's again like a hatchback now compared like with the smaller like that of the Wuling Macaroon and all that. And now brake regen is now strong. I'm not touching the brake whatsoever, and it's stopping like literally on a dime. So again, another big plus with this Wuling Bingo. And then now let us try sport mode. Ooh, all right. And then brake regen in normal, sport, strong mode, correction, and then Let's try weak mode. Okay, that feels like it's not doing anything. Normal, little bit, yeah. And then normal, not so. But for once, I'll leave it in strong since it's actually doing the job much better. And then here, strong again, 28 kilometers per hour. And now we're 24. It's not as intrusive as I once hoped, but still a good job of stopping this vehicle on time, especially here if you're just driving around in the city. And the handling of this is surprisingly pretty zippy, even though, as I mentioned earlier, the steering feel is really light. But there's there's a lot of response with this vehicle. And a very good feature that I like with this Wuling Bingo, you have auto hold function. Most of these competitors in this segment don't even have, and it's a very nice plus. This is so much better as a mini EV and something maybe I would consider in the future. And with its price point too, you get a bit more tech, but at least you're paying for the space and more car-like dimensions. Excuse me. Whee! So for the cost of all of this one stands at 1,083,000 pesos, which I think is
100,000.
out. So there's discounts now too.
Cash.
If cash discounts at the moment. So 983. I think this is pretty much worth it. Closest competitor that I can think of, even with the same age, is the Dongfang Nanobox. But this one feels way better. I mean, as a car, as a hatchback, and all that. So yeah, that's a quick test drive of this Wuling Bingo. One more time. Fly. Whee! Right, so that concludes my test drive review of this Wuling Bingo. So I'd like to thank everyone here at Wuling Philippines, displayed here at Shangri-La Plaza Mall. And special thanks to Miss MB Macadili, who assisted us here in this test drive today.
Yes.
So
Choose Wuling.
so hope you guys like and subscribe. And we will see you with more Wuling content on the channel.
Yeah, more to come. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.